Here we are again with the Singletrack Session. We are number 57, 22nd Street Trailhead, Studio 78. A few more weeks of Studio 78 before we probably get ushered indoors.
You think so?
I don't know, man. We'll have to see.
See how long we can hold out.
Yeah, I feel pretty confident in my abilities.
Yeah.
And I did buy a little Mr. Heater, so that could help. As long as we don't get gassed out, or we could test that, see if that really happens too, because you hear so many things like that. So let's jump right into it. Past show, episode number 98 with Turtle Miller. Fun show.
Yep.
Showed up with some tacos, some burritos, some beer.
Yeah.
Couple vans in a parking lot.
Nothing goes wrong then.
3 guys in puffies.
That's right.
It's a little sketcy.
It was. We had lots of people stopping by, checking us out, seeing what was going on.
Yeah, seeing what we were doing. Thankfully, none of it was law enforcement.
Yeah.
Because that's just how we roll. But I had fun talking to Turtle, just to kind of see his progression through the year, how he did at Wasatch.
Mm-hmm.
And golly, you know what? He threw a challenge out for the Gib Wallace to Trevor.
He did.
Fuchs, and Trevor, man, was on it.
Like right away.
He's like, all right, bro, step it up. Challenge accepted. So, Turtle, you got some new training to do, my man.
Yeah, he does.
Right after Rufa.
And
then, of course, we talked about the Capstone, the Stone,
right.
that Turtle puts on down in St. George, December 2nd. We encourage everybody to support him down there.
Yeah.
Show up if you can from wherever you are.
It's good fun running down there.
Yeah, it's a fun time of year. Like you said, it's kind of a party,
mm-hmm.
End-of-year celebration before you get into the crazy, busy, gnarly
holiday season.
Right after Thanksgiving. So you kind of let the pressure off there, however your turkey turned out, and then you jump right into...
If you're going to run Capstone, you can't crush the turkey, right? You can't go super crazy.
It's like the next weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you can't. You got to easy on the pumpkin pie.
Oh, man.
Or maybe it's a good reason to burn all those extra calories. I don't know.
Yeah, good. You can look at it both ways.
Because I like to crush a good Thanksgiving meal.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what I even did last year. I don't even remember.
I don't either.
Oh, I went to my sister's house in the Springs. How could I forget that?
Oh, that's
Talk
right.
about crushing Thanksgiving meals.
Yeah, you went and interviewed those guys from PD Runco, right?
Yeah, PD Runco.
Yeah.
Saw Jeremy Hendricks this past weekend at the Bear.
That's right.
So it was kind of fun to see him again. Still got that glorious beard rolling.
Does he?
Super nice guy.
Yeah.
I'm always nervous, right? So I'm going to bring this up because it's going to come later in the show because I kind of feel like a tool sometimes.
Okay.
Because you just don't know how people receive you.
True.
So I saw him, and it was like I was pumped, right? Because I saw people, and I go up to give him a little handshake, and we just hugged. So I feel like the guy that went in with the hand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's like...
Well, you can kind of go in kind of expecting that, right?
Yeah.
In sometimes, some scenarios. Now you know.
Like, I don't mind.
You know
hugging.
he's a hugger.
Yeah,
now,
that's fine.
Right?
But I didn't know.
You know,
so
you're
I went
going
in
there.
Yeah, and I'm like, all right. So this reminded me of my man Chris Farley.
Right.
Brothers don't shake hands. Brothers got a hug. So it was awesome to see Jeremy. But yeah, back to Turtle Show. Great show. Always fun. Anytime he comes through the area, we're gonna try and get him on.
Right.
It's just fun to have on the show anyway.
Yep.
And that was episode 98. So we're getting
close.
Getting close to the magic 100.
Right.
And we're not gonna call it the hundo, because we're trail runners.
Yeah, that'd be silly.
It still kind of annoys me, I guess, sometimes when I hear people say I'm running the hundo.
Yeah, I don't hear people say that, so it doesn't bug me.
Yeah. I did this past weekend at the Bear, and I thought they were riding their bikes. So
yeah,
it's the 100. But yeah, big weekend at the Bear. Great weather. Holy cow.
Yeah, couldn't really ask for much better weather.
No, it got a little rain, a little sprinkle, nothing like a downpour until the
Right.
very, very 36th hour almost. Yeah. But that downhill you go up Ranger Dip, come down was slippery. You see people crossing the finish, pretty muddy.
Yep.
So that was, but you know what? It never got too hot.
Right.
I don't think it ever got too cold.
Yeah.
But yeah, big performances. Let's start with the women. We'll run down some of the times and just a couple things. I'm going to give a quick little shout out a few times because I had a great time. But Hannah Green, 26th overall, first female.
Right.
24-22.
Yeah.
Next up, local Salt Lake runner Amy Blackham.
Right.
25-50-01.
Mm-hmm.
And third up, our friend Kelsey Bingham.
Yeah.
25-54-12. So just right out
close.
of second. You know, she ran solid, and she was in the lead some of the day, but first 100 and had some hip things, from what I understand. So
it sounds like right now it's some hip bursitis. And I can't believe she finished it with hip bursitis because that hurts. I've had that before.
Especially with that downhill at the end, too.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's just unforgiving on anything.
Right.
But huge shout out to the ladies.
Yeah, they came in so close to each other.
Yeah, especially they think even fourth
was right
close.
behind Kelsey.
Yeah, so it was a show. On the men's side, our boy Jeff Browning
put on
takes
another
first,
master's class,
18:28, and I talked to him at the finish and was asking me. He goes, the first 50 miles, my legs just weren't in it. They weren't awake. They weren't.
Heard that.
We weren't chiming, but
didn't he just run UTMB 4 weeks ago?
Yeah, and then he's been up in I don't know, Jackson area, running around the Tetons and stuff.
Yeah.
So, and he just moved like 2-3 weeks ago.
Right.
His whole family from Bend to Logan. So he's had a lot going on. But yeah, just great performance for him.
Mm-hmm.
Second place was Lars, Salt Lake runner, 19:28.11.
That's really good.
And I'm horrible with names. That's why I didn't pronounce his last name starts with a K.
Oh,
and there's a J.
Mm-hmm.
And there's some vowels.
Yeah.
Yeah, so great job. And third was Luke J.
Yeah.
19:36.
That's fast, too.
That is fast. So great race on both sides and great weather. But yeah, I was fortunate to make it up there. I got up there a little later than I wanted to, working man stuff. But I got up there Friday, and the first stop was Tony's Grove.
Okay.
And, of course, since I wasn't running the race, I didn't pay like real close attention because I've been up there so many times. But they moved Tony's Grove aid station.
Oh, that's right. They did.
Yeah.
It's not the
parking lot
anymore.
Which bums me out.
Right.
Because it's such a pretty view up there.
It is.
So they got this dirt road to a aid station, which is fine. There's a lot of room and probably more parking overall, and people parking on the road and stuff. But man, I'll tell you. So here's my problem with the look of being a spectator.
Mm-hmm.
When the runners came into Tony's Grove, there was absolutely no space. I mean, people were flocked to see. Like
the new aid station or the old one?
And what I mean, there's space, but people are standing down the chute to look up the trail to see if the runner's coming. So when the runner comes in, it's like he or she are blocked from stuff.
Oh,
it's
okay.
Like people don't move out of the way.
Right.
And so then they have to come over to the aid station. It was a night, so they had like a heating, I don't know, lamp or something like that, and it was all spectators huddled around it.
No.
And so the runners had a hard time getting in there.
Oh, okay.
And
gotcha.
so I actually wasn't rude, but I kind of forced some people out of the way to get a runner next to because he was shivering, and I'm like, just get in there. This is for you.
Yeah, exactly.
But it was a little too crowded for me.
Gotcha.
Just right there, and people like chairs were taken by a lot, like
spectators.
Yeah, and I know spectators brought theirs, but there's like 4 or 5 chairs there, so
supposed to be dedicated for runners.
Yeah. So it was a little crazy to see people just kind of not. This is for the runners,
that brings up a good point. We talked about this in the interview with Turtle. Is that I think we'd like to see more races go to the Western States model.
Yeah.
Where they're fencing off the aid station, and it's only there for volunteers, and then your crew can crew you. But not in the aid station, right?
Yeah.
They can crew you through the barrier.
Yeah, and so like because like there's some aid stations that are larger than others, right?
Sure.
So Franklin Basin's huge.
That one is such a junk show.
And they could have a section there where it's that, and then they could have a section off to the side by a fire that you could do like your crew with you or something like that. But I just noticed coming into Tony's, it was just a little too crowded.
Right.
And you could see the runners come in, and I was helping a couple runners, and they were like standing on their tippy toes trying to see where are the drop bags.
Exactly.
Where's this? And so they're looking around, but they have nothing. They couldn't move.
Right.
So I was, and I don't. Before Tony's, I didn't hit. And I hit Tony's, Franklin, and then the finish line.
Right.
But that was just one thing that I took away. Going, boy,
You didn't go to Beaver?
I didn't. I went to the lodge and slept that night.
Right.
In my truck.
But you didn't go inside.
I didn't go inside, but I also heard the same thing that out of all the aid stations was like the least stocked with anything. All these other ones, they had the quesadillas we got the hangover
over
from.
at Franklin.
Yeah, and all these things. But I guess the lodge, which is basically the easiest to access, right?
Yeah,
you drive right up to it.
And
from what I was hearing is that they just didn't have as many supplies and stuff for people.
Oh, that's too bad.
But I made the mistake because I got in there late and there's cars everywhere in that parking lot. And I'm like, I need to sleep.
Right.
So I pulled up, found a nice little spot, but I didn't realize it was right next to where the runners come in.
Oh, no.
So all night long, people are coming in and there are people knocking
through.
on because I had a light on. People are knocking, is this where we check in? And I'm like, no,
my gosh.
I'm just a dude trying to sleep, man. I'm trying to point them the right way. But there's no
Right.
markings. Like it was really
yeah.
hard for them to know where the lodge was.
No, that's true. It is. They should have had LED lights, something going up, because that
Parking
is
lot.
hard.
It is.
Because
People
you're
are
out
walking around.
you're out there in the woods, and you're like, where the hell do I go? I know exactly what you're talking about.
But yeah, I mean, some things I took away. One of my highlights for sure. I had the pleasure to meet Matt and Sharo Zanuck and their friend Chris that helped the pace.
Right.
I'll tell you what, we've been kind of on the internet stuff with Matt and Shar for a while.
We're internet buddies.
Yeah, but meeting him in person was so cool.
Yeah.
Shar was so gracious, just spot on. Her crewing was like ridiculous.
I heard it's legendary.
It totally was. I was like, this is impressive.
We're gonna have to hire her next year.
Yeah, first time out, and then Matt was just super. It was almost, he came into Tony's and he was just smiling.
Yeah.
Right? And every time I saw him, he was just like,
he's just having time of his life, huh?
And they said
That's
he had
awesome.
a low spot early in the race, but I'm like, if you can knock that out at mile 30, you're game.
Yeah, you are.
Because he looked good the whole way, but it was just a pleasure to meet. I mean, they're just so nice. Hung out with them most of the time at the aid stations when I was there.
Right.
Matt and Shar brought us some Crank Yanker IPA from Eddie Line Brew Company in Buena Vista.
Right.
And then Chris, man, he bought us some Hula Hoppy Session IPA.
Yeah.
From Palisades Brewing in Colorado.
I haven't had either one yet.
They're both really good.
Are they?
Yeah, I've had Crank Yanker in the past. Really like it. And that Hula Hoppy one's a pretty mild. It's a good beer.
It's Sessions beer.
Yeah.
Right.
And I had 2 of those at Tony's Grove.
Right.
Probably shouldn't have at the time. Made me tired.
Did it?
But
a little sleepy?
Yeah, it did. But thank goodness I had some.
You went down and got some
M&Ms.
quesadillas.
I got
Franklin.
I got one. Like a fourth of a quesadilla. I was there for a couple hours.
Yeah.
And finally I grabbed some for a runner, and I'm like, I'm just going to have one.
I'm going to grab one. I helped him. It's okay.
And the guy was looking at me like, we have plenty.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he could see the look on my face.
They
like,
crank out, 1,000 of those things.
But that was
Did they have the same setup? Was Ultra
like,
running that?
It wasn't Ultra, I don't think. I mean, it was funny because you go in and the quesadilla and they had grilled cheese there. Was like it said it was a hot dog cart.
Yeah, they did that a couple years ago, too.
So everybody thought they were hot dogs. Like,
right.
Why would you eat a hot dog? I'm like, dude, those are quesadillas.
That's right.
And
You get those, crush them.
Hold on.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they knocked it out. Saw our friend Harrison Fluman a lot. He had a great race.
Yeah.
29:32.
He came into the gym yesterday and worked out.
Did he really?
Yeah. He rolled up and was like, dude, you here to hang out just to talk? Because now I'm going to work out.
Nice.
It's like, really?
He's just a beast.
He goes, my legs don't hurt. And he didn't look like he was tired when he was working out yesterday.
When he came into all the places I saw him, even the finish, he was just the whole time just happy.
Yeah.
Like smiley. And he had a mini bottle. I think it was Fireball or some type of
whiskey.
He
did 2 shots during the race.
Took a picture of one.
Right.
The best part with Harrison, though, and I got it on tape, is he came into Franklin Basin.
Yeah.
And we sat and talked, and he's like, yeah. He goes, do you guys know where the vomitorium is? And we were laughing so hard. It was me and Brian and our friend BJ. And he's like, where's the vomitorium? We're like, it's over behind the bathrooms there. He goes, I'm going to go make one.
Yeah.
So just cool. And he gave us a history of a vomitorium, which was also pretty interesting.
Huh.
So let's see, what else we saw some friends of the show. We saw Brian Beckstead, Jamin Nilsson had some great things to say to us or to me to tell us about the show.
Jamin's like one of the original, like he was in on our first or second podcast. He right? We saw him at the OR show.
Yeah, with Turtle.
Yeah.
At the brewing or the coffee house.
Coffee place, yeah.
Yeah, so it was fun to see him there. Lori Foringer was there. I got to help her at Franklin. She came in, and I'm like, Lori, and she just jumps on me, gives me a big hug, and I'm like, hey, you need help,
Yeah.
So I helped her for a little bit.
Give me a pigback ride.
She came in 29:46.
That's so solid.
With a bad calf.
Wow.
So that's awesome.
Good for her.
She just looked great the whole time. I got to give a high five to Brad Sween as he came to the finish line.
Yeah.
He hit the road before he turned over to the final house.
Right.
He came in at 27:35.
That's awesome.
Logan Ledford, though, man.
He was tearing it up.
I'm going to, before my next race, my next 100, we're going to his grandma's house.
Yeah.
We're getting some chicken.
That's magic.
Dude, he finished in 26:49.
No.
But the kicker, Brad Sween, comes up and goes, do you know how far his longest run was this year?
Like 2 miles.
It was Tusher's marathon. That was his longest race run.
Okay, listen, he's young and fit.
And he eats that Grubbin secret recipe chicken or something, but that's huge. 26:49 his first.
That's awesome. I'm not discounting his effort. He did great.
Yeah, it's just
both
crazy.
those guys crushed it.
Yeah, it's awesome. Brad, it's
just
cool.
Magic. That race is going to be magic for them.
Oh, Brad was so happy.
You can't ask for a better first 100 miler.
Are you kidding me?
Right?
That's amazing. And
the weather was perfect.
Yeah.
The course is perfect.
Yeah.
And the people are
amazing.
Second to none.
Yeah,
right?
For real. And then just a few shout-outs to some friends of ours. Jared Garf, 3301, and he looked good.
He got it done.
He looked good, too, even after the finish. We've been around Jared for a while, seen him at, the Buffalo Run 100 and a few others, and he just looks good. He's in a good place.
Yeah.
He's happy, and, man, 3301. Saw Ben Wallace.
Yeah.
24:57.
Oh, he didn't go under 24?
No, he was 57 minutes above it. But
he's off the friend list.
Oh, man, harsh on Ben.
Dang, Ben.
He looked good, though.
Good.
Saw him after.
That's really counts, as long as you look good.
Bryce Warren, 27:41.
Mr. Consistent.
And he's like, yeah, I just didn't have the day I wanted. I'm like, give me one of those at that race.
Exactly.
Jeremy Actor, 28:06. Tara Warren, 28:44.
Yeah.
She was super happy with her
got
time.
Redemption.
Kendall Wimmer, we saw him a few times.
Mm-hmm.
He rallied. I saw him at a couple of Franklin, and he did not look good.
Yeah.
And he came in under sub 30. I was like, I actually told him, I said, you must have rallied. He goes, yeah, I had a rough night, but once the sun came up, it was on.
Man.
And Matt Van Horn brought him in, so, he's got some help with him. Deanna Morley, 29:07. Marty Harward, 29:31.
Good for him.
And
That's awesome.
I was helping him at Tony's.
Yeah.
I gave him my gloves and what else? Gloves and maybe it was just my gloves. My gloves. And he was like panicked about going sub 30 at Tony's. He's like, I got to get out of here. I'm only a couple minutes. I'm off my pace. I'm like, You're doing great. Don't worry about it. You know? But he came in strong.
Coming out of Tony's, you can run fast.
Yeah.
Over the Franklin.
Yeah. D Wolf, 32:35. So many more people.
Yeah.
It was crazy. I mean, hung out with Carl Duke a little bit.
Right.
And I feel bad because I was in just so many people. Right.
And
trying to remember everybody. We set up the Trail Manners canopy, and Jim Skaggs had a canopy we put right next to it, and we just had a bunch of people coming in, hanging out.
Right.
Sharing my ice chest of beer.
Yep.
At 10 in the morning on until the rest of the day.
Well, that's how it should be.
And people are like, is it too early? I'm like, it's basically the same day as Friday. Right? Because you haven't slept. So I'm like, you're good.
You're fine. Just as long as you're not driving anywhere, you're fine.
It was a pleasure to meet so many people that maybe otherwise wouldn't have a chance to meet.
Right.
I mean, that's one thing about the show. It's given like a fun platform, but it's also
it's cool to meet people.
From that maybe we've not met before. And then just somebody who kept telling me, I'm seeing a lot of Trail Manor stuff on the course.
Cool.
In fact, when Matt Ozanek came into Tony's, he's like, shows me he's got the Trail Manor shirt on.
Lifts up his shirt. Here's this tattoo.
Yeah,
right around the left nipple.
And I went over and he did the handshake thing. Like I did to Jeremy. He came over to give me a handshake. I'm like, nope.
Oh, yeah. Give me a big old hug. He's a tall dude, isn't he?
Yeah, he's pretty tall. He's taller than I am.
He looks
tall. But, yeah, it was fun. And Shar had my best memory, though. After the race was over, or after we helped the crew, I was helping him take stuff back to the car. And she goes, thank you so much. This meant so much to Matt to see you, blah, blah, blah. And she gave me a hug, and she's like, we're family now. And I was like, wow, I'm in, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's just, like, perfect. But a huge shout-out to everybody involved, Leland and his gang, to putting on such a great race. Mother Nature for finally helping out with the race. And then people coming over to hang out was awesome.
Right.
So,
well, I wish I could have got up.
You wasn't feeling well.
I wasn't feeling good. I still don't feel good.
But, yeah, it was cool. So, nice to see everybody. And I hope, I probably missed some names for sure, and I apologize. There's just a lot of people up there. And, it was hard to keep track of who we did see and didn't see. And but it was really cool. Also want to give a huge shout out to one of our favorite listeners, right? Sarah Ohm.
Our East Coast favorite.
Yeah, right?
Southeast.
Georgia.
Right. Oh.
Bees in there.
Yeah, that's cold. Why is he still around?
He's coming in here because it's warmer.
Little
Got
bugger.
this hot air coming in. But Sarah did the Yeti 100.
Yep.
26:43.
That's awesome.
That is so cool. And I believe it's her first 100 with that, too.
You think so?
I looked on Ultra Sign Up.
Did a little stalking?
Yeah, and the way she kind of worded things, I think it might have been her first 100.
Right.
But she's like, I got my first buckle, I think. But I don't know if it's from the Yeti or in general.
Right.
So I'm a little clear, but great job. That's so cool. And then, wow, talk about some good news. Or some interesting news. Grand Canyon, the rim to rim to rim.
That went down, huh?
That went down, and the holder...
previous holder
was Walmsley. Joel's trying to get this B.
It's a yellow jacket.
They're yellow jacket.
They're no good.
He's got my trail map, and he's going to try and bust it. It's coming around. It's
cold
around.
Outside. Why is he still out? Is he looking for a place to make a nest?
Yeah, and the bus is a great spot. I found a few back here in the air intake.
Oh, he's like right behind me hiding.
He's coming. There he is. You can probably just get out and open the door for him.
No, he needs to die.
Joel is just...
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
This might take a minute. But yeah, let's take a little, while Joel's doing this, if I sound a little funny today, I had a major oral surgery yesterday.
That sounded funny.
It does, and I feel a little under the weather and sore. I can't open my mouth all the way.
What happened?
Oh, we had a root canal about 5 years ago that apparently the dude that did it left a piece of the tool in my tooth.
Did you know it at the time that he did it?
No, I did not. I didn't know till yesterday.
Was this the same guy that fixed you yesterday that
no, this
broke
is
it off?
No, the guy that fixed me yesterday is awesome.
Okay. Who fixed you
Shout
yesterday?
out to my dentist, Mr. Wingsguard, at Mark Coleman's practice here in North Ogden. Because, man, so yeah, I've had some problems over here, and they couldn't figure out what it was. I did some x-rays, and I found out I'm losing bone, right, in my jaw.
That's usually bad.
And so they went in, and they had to extract my tooth, and they found that there's a big chunk of metal in there from one of the tools that broke off during my root canal 5 years ago, and it leaked, and plus the filling part, it was just kind of eating my bone.
Yeah.
So they went in, and it took them about an hour. He was wrenching on me, trying to get that pulled, just yank that tooth out. I ended up breaking a bunch and chipping out, and it was there for a long time. And I wasn't under. I had some shots, but my head was bobbing because he's pulling so hard. It was almost like the cartoons where they put your feet on your shoulders and keep yanking. That's what it felt like. But he got it out, showed me it. I kept it. There's like metal in there. You can totally see it. But then they had to shave out some bone because there was some that was infected.
Right.
And then the fun part, this is the great part, they put some dead bone in my mouth.
They just happened to have some on hand.
Yeah, it's like, hey, we got some cadaver. It's clean. And I'm like, well, I'm going to have to take your word for it. Right. So they stick some of that in there, pack it down, got sutures, and it's one of the big ones in the back.
Right.
And, of course, it just happened to be kind of underneath my bone and attached how the root grew. So, yeah, I don't feel good.
No.
I've been on I don't do painkillers, so I did like a Tylenol 3, which is like the grade up from ibuprofen because I don't like painkillers, and kind of wishing maybe I would have tried something.
Gotcha.
It's been a long 2 days.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's why I'm a little off today, even mentally. I actually broke my favorite bowl yesterday because I got dizzy and kind of started to fall and was making some soup and shattered everywhere. My wife gave it to me 10 years ago or more. Okay. And now I feel really bad. It was sentimental. So
So you broke your cereal bowl.
Yeah, it was cereal, soup, ice cream. Anytime I needed a big dose of something, that's what went in. It was shaped like a coffee mug, so you had a little handle there.
Did you?
Oh, man. So now we're way off topic. But anyway, Joel got it's right there crawling on the ground now. So we're good.
Little bastard.
So yeah, back to Jim Walmsley.
Yeah.
His time was 2:46:08.
Okay, so what's the new time?
Let's see, I can't even talk. 2:29:38.
Oh my gosh.
So like 7 minutes off, and that was Tim Frericks.
That guy's had a really good year.
Yeah. So that's big,
yeah,
right? We've done the rim to rim to rim.
Oh, it's hard.
I can get to Phantom Ranch in 2:29 from the top. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
I can't imagine going this fast through that. I just don't get it.
2:29.
I don't get it.
Wait a minute. Really?
That's what it says.
They didn't go to. They didn't end where we started.
I don't know what it is.
Right, they ended that one that's a little bit closer.
Maybe
to the Phantom. So it's not. It's not
know.
23 miles. It's.
Can't answer it. I didn't look at the route.
That's so fast.
It is. It's ridiculous. And that's kind of getting on the webinar websites, www things. So
wow.
Yeah, congratulations, Tim.
Yeah.
That's stout.
And considering how much traffic's in the Grand Canyon.
Oh, my God.
That's really fast. You can pull that off still. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you don't want to be that person that's being the jerk running through that really fast and ruining everybody else's experience.
I wouldn't. That's why I don't run fast. I'm like, I don't want to ruin people's experience. That's, you know what I mean? Just stop thinking of others. That's what I like
so
to
nice
do.
of you.
That's what we like to do. Huge news. Yeah? This is gigantor.
It is?
The Trail Manners Fantasy Football League. I got my first win.
Did you?
I'm 1-3.
Oh, okay.
So thanks, Grant Nicholas, for letting me beat you.
Oh, so he is a nice guy.
He is. He let me beat him.
He threw it, didn't he?
He did. It's funny. So just real quick, I've had Cam Newton as my quarterback all year. He's putting up 9 points. I benched him. He came up with 61.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
Gotcha.
He's on my bench, gives me 60-something points. I'm like, you.
Ding dong.
Yeah. But yeah, I got my first win, so now I'm a 4-way tie for last place. There's 4 of us at 1-3.
Well, you're doing pretty good.
I am. I'm in it. It just takes me a while to fill my guys out. I'll be in it at the end. There's 8 that make the playoffs. I'll be in the top 8, and then we'll just chip away. A couple of motivational talks to my players. Come winter, we'll be good. Oh, let's see what else we got. Man, some huge news for Trail Manners. Boko.
Yeah. Beanies are in. Not
right.
in. They're in the store. You can buy them. They'll ship mid-November.
Yeah, we're hoping first to mid before Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So you can have them for your turkey trots.
Exactly.
And I mean the races.
Right.
Yeah. But they're good looking, man.
A little retro.
Yeah, they're sweet. I'm psyched.
Mm-hmm.
Boko always nails it.
Right.
But yeah, we only ordered 50.
Yeah.
It's a pre-order.
Mm-hmm.
We can't guarantee there's going to be some to sell in the store once they arrive.
Right.
Last year we did have a couple
right.
left over. But yeah, jump on that. $25.
Mm-hmm.
Once we pay our bill, extra goes to us to find something new to make.
Pretty much.
Yeah, that's how we like to roll.
Yep.
Got the Ogden City Parks garbage truck coming through. Can't say enough about Ogden City and what they do for the trails, man. We had some graffiti on our shed here at 22nd. It is gone.
I know.
They painted over it like within a couple days.
Got it all spiffed up. Looks good.
So, but yeah. Don't forget to go on the website, trailmanners.com, on our shop, page 2, I believe.
I'll see if I can bump that over to page 1.
And it's green, and it's gorgeous. Now go get it with the bus on it.
Mm-hmm.
We've already got some pre-orders. Steve Montano was the first one on it.
Yeah.
Ordered 2.
He ordered 2.
So we got taken care of there.
Martinez from West Haven. She ordered.
Megan.
Yeah.
Yeah, she got one.
She got one.
So yeah, keep those orders coming. Help us out with that. Let's talk about this real quick. I sent you an article, a link for this article that came out from a gentleman about why we're not children, why the headphone ban is stupid and wrong.
Right.
So this guy went on to say, that headphone ban that they have for races, if it's an whatever.
It's like an international federation.
IAAF rule is stupid.
Right.
And he makes some valid points.
Oh, yeah, he does.
He makes some really valid points.
Yeah.
What your thought on it was spot on. Was basically what you said, right? Something like nailed it, spot on, something like that.
Yeah, I mean, it really did.
Basically talks about how it shouldn't be banned, because they say, it's for, it helps motivate people, so it's a extra incentive or an edge, maybe.
Well, yeah, the reason why it's banned in the IFAA or whatever that is because it gives you a psychological advantage, and all the research out there shows that it actually does.
Yeah.
So
and it talks about not being able to hear people.
Yeah, sometimes you come across that. Yeah. You're running or you're hiking, and somebody's got their headphones on so loud that you can't communicate to them, hey, can I pass?
Yeah.
Right? So that's that courtesy.
That's why I carry just a little handful of gravel in my pocket.
Do you?
And you just chuck them at their head.
So I like to sneak up right behind them and scare the bejesus out of them.
I hate that because I don't know if they got pepper spray, a Glock. I don't know what they're packing, right?
Right.
So what I do, I kick rocks really hard or cough.
Yeah. I always say, hey, how you doing?
I don't even
that's
talk.
That's my big thing. As I say, hey, how you doing today? Or, something along those lines.
What's up?
Yeah, I try not to do the what's up.
What's up?
Yeah.
Yeah, because sometimes you scare people.
Yeah,
I've been spooked.
Oh yeah, I get spooked all the time.
Headphones in
exactly.
Before,
you got a mountain biker creeping up on you, or somebody running really fast.
It's like, hey, how's it going? I'm like, I just wet.
Yeah, exactly. You do the jump, and you're like, God.
They're like, sorry about that. I'm like, no, you're not.
No, you're not. You enjoyed every minute of that.
But it's pretty interesting because in his article he talks about too of making it not. He's like, I know it's never going to happen. But it'd be nice for the mid pack and back of the pack to not have it a rule because it's part of their experience of their run.
Oh yeah,
it makes it more enjoyable. So why penalize them?
I don't know how many trail races have that classification.
I think it's the only ones that are like USATF. I think that's part of their rules.
Gotcha.
Technically, to be a USATF type of race.
There's a pretty good chance I'll never run one of those. So.
Yeah. Well, you never know.
Yeah.
I mean, when I run, I've carried my headphones with me an entire race with not putting them in, forgetting about them, or just didn't do it. But I always just use one.
Right.
And that's just, because I like to hear around me anyway. Not just runners and bikers, but animals and fire alarms.
I have mine down. Mine's down pretty low most of the time.
I hate when I run with you and you throw that second one in.
Yeah, if I put the second one in, it's go time.
It's like we run with Joel. He's got the one headphone in. And next thing you know, you're about ready to hit the descent to the finish or descent to the parking lot. He goes, all right, and he puts that other one in. I'm like, son of a...
Yeah, it's go time. I can smell the barn. Let's go.
There goes the fun run.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if I can keep up. But it's a pretty good article on why. And it's always interesting to hear other people's thoughts on headphones, too.
Right.
Some people are just anti, not for rules, but it's like, I want Mother Nature sounds.
Yeah, hey, I get it.
Yeah, I mean, I've done both.
I totally get it.
I have a playlist. I actually call it Help.
Yeah.
And it's when I'm struggling in a race or need that, or maybe I'm chasing you down to the finish. I just click over to the Help playlist, and it's just like this upbeat, Eminem, 8 Mile,
M&Ms are pretty tasty.
Yeah, right. Miley Cyrus, Wrecking Ball. Some stuff that's going to get me to the finish line, man. So it was pretty well thought out. The guy
he touched on all of the right points.
And he talks about, it's the funny part or the kind of part is who he is at the end of the thing. He talks about being a fast guy,
right?
Like kind of he just speaks it straight. He doesn't care what you think,
right?
Type of mentality. So it was kind of funny.
But he didn't come across as a jerk.
No.
I don't think so much. I didn't.
No,
get
I don't
that
think
from
he
the
did
article.
either. Yeah, I don't think he did either. Let's see what else we got going on. Oh, hey, let's do Strava week because this is impressive.
Yeah,
we have a 3-time person there. They got them all.
Did Giles win again?
No, it was not Giles. It was Andy Noyes. It was the guy that kept winning the 100 and something.
Oh,
but this week the person checked all 3 boxes. Matt Ozanek.
Ha, nice.
So distance 118.1.
Oh, he couldn't have got that 120 mark?
I know. He should have ran around the finish line.
He should have.
Right. Run time, Matt Ozanek.
Yeah.
34:14:49.
Nice.
And climbing, 23:337.
All right.
So he got out on the course a little bit before the race to help him push over that. There's a few, obviously, to 100 because of the bear. But yeah, congratulations, Matt. You nailed all 3 of the Strava week for the Trail Manners group. Just crushed it. Great job. And now I think we're at the Woody Footies.
Are we?
Yeah.
The Woody Footy Awards.
The Woody Footy Awards. Man, it'd be so fun to have an award show.
That'd
be
fun.
A blast.
We could do an internet award show.
That'd be fun. A little Facebook Live. Everybody can tune in.
I kind of want to. It'd be nice if we all had one location to go to, so that way we can get dressed up.
That would be fun. And our
have
favorite
a red carpet.
Ooh, we could buy red carpet.
Yeah, get down to Lowe's and get some.
But as usual, as it's going to be, the Woody Footies are help made possible from the Sign Garage down here on 25th Street in Ogden, Utah.
Good folks.
Just in there last week, got some cool new stuff going on in there. They got some really cool logos and stuff. Dropped off some stuff that we'll put on our website here pretty soon. It'll be super limited edition for the month of October.
Those pink hats?
Yeah, they're going to be breast cancer awareness Trail Manners hats. We only have like 15.
Right.
October's breast cancer awareness, and I know we all know someone that's been affected by that ugly thing. My mother was, and lots of friends, and unfortunately. So we're going to have like 15 limited edition pink breast cancer awareness trucker hats. But they're always working on stuff for us. Got some other cool ideas that we're kind of tossing around. But thanks to them, we're able to send out these cool hats.
Right.
Saw a picture of one on this Woody Footy.
Garth
hat down in Zion.
Yeah, that looked good.
Around.
He was with Natalie.
Yeah,
right?
Natalie Sheffield. So I got to meet with Garth a little bit more and talk to him. But yeah, thanks Sign Garage for doing this for us. Check them out if you need some printing done. Yeah. Shirts, hats. They can do crazy stuff too. They're always looking for that, and they're just awesome.
Yeah, give them a challenge.
I keep trying to get a job with them, but they won't hire me.
Wow.
I think I'd be great.
You would be great.
I would be. I told them, I said, I'm a hard worker.
Yeah.
I can read and write. Yeah. And my hygiene's pretty good.
It's spot on most of the time.
Yeah, most of the time it's pretty good.
Yeah, that's 3 check boxes right there.
That's what I look at when I hire somebody. So Joel's going to start with the Woody Footies. We do have a winner for the week, but holy cow, talk about some awesome
This is
one
of the best weeks we've ever had.
Yeah, okay, one of my favorite, and I'll let Joel take it over, was from Australia.
Yeah.
That 4-person pose one, I was cracking up.
That was cool.
That was so fun.
And it didn't come from Simon. Simon's usually our Australia guy,
yeah,
right?
But this was a different group.
It was.
Right? There's 4 of them. So it was pretty cool. So Joel, take it away with the Woody Footies.
So this week, obviously, we had some really strong contenders. Missy Burkle out with her dogs out in Park City. I love those. Matt Ozanek posted several pictures from the Bear 100 course. And again, congratulations to Matt. That was huge on your part. Our Cajun buddy, Logan Ledford, sitting on the side of the trail, eating something sugary on the Bear 100. Erin Hill.
Ugh.
She had a great one from Farmington. The leaves, the maples up there are popping right now. Looking good. Randall Clare, Mount Taylor, 50K in New Mexico. Looking a little snowy there. I love it. Brandon Musgrove, last run maybe of Great Falls before they move back to the Ogden area.
Yep.
So that'd be good to get out there and run with him.
Yes, it will.
Mike Pace up on Taylor, Malin's area at sunset, it looks like. I like it. Brad Sween, two bros slaying the bear.
That's awesome, man.
That was awesome. They're coming down one of the service roads, maybe in the Cali.
We need to do a double show with those guys. That'd be fun.
That would be way fun. Our buddy Mike Lehman representing San Diego, out in the Eastern Sierras. Debbie Farka had a really good picture. It looked like she snuck up in the woods.
Yeah.
And got a picture at sunset, like she was going to jump out and scare somebody. Looks like she got a job at like a Halloween factory where she's ready to scare somebody.
Or she's ready to go.
Yeah, that was a good one. Aaron Hill, again, the fall colors, just crushing it. Toby Bigelow Barlow, Grove Creek. Natalie Sheffield, like we mentioned, she was in Zion. Aaron Hill, you've got a turtle in your hands.
We've been thinking about that all morning.
And it looks like that turtle came from the 22nd Street trailhead area. You need to clarify to us. Is this your pet turtle, or did you actually find it on the trail?
Because we've never seen a turtle up
I've
here.
never seen a turtle on the trail around here. So help us out.
Yeah.
We need to know. Lee Moss, he got a picture of the fall leaves above Salt Lake City. He did not post a picture of his bus, so -1 for Lee on that. Robert Jones, Crater Lake Peak.
That looks awesome.
That's up in Oregon, right?
Yeah, Crater Lake, Wizard Island.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Richard Allen set a 10K PR. Congratulations,
nice
Richard. Our Southeast homer, just crushing it. Sarah Ohm. What was that? Yeti 100, Damascus, Virginia. I'm looking good. Olivia Matt Flett. Mount Bailey. Queensland, Australia.
That's the one.
That's her group that you really like.
That's awesome.
Brady Vandergrift.
Oh, that was a good one, man.
Dry Creek, Boise Foothills. That was solid.
Wasn't it? That was awesome.
D. Wolf. There's some snow in the bear course.
I like how you say that, D. Wolf. That's Wolf. WOOOOF or WUF for Joel.
Andrew Giles. Where was he at?
I think it's Giles. I think we got clarified by his buddy.
I think it's
Miles
Giles
with a G. Oh, I thought it was Miles with a G.
Oh, I thought it was a
Lyle with a G.
No, J.
Oh,
like jump off.
Okay,
maybe, I don't know. We're screwing it up. Up in Edmonton, coming across the river. Looks like they were racing last week and they had to cross this river, right?
That's right.
That looked fun, but also a little cold.
A little wet.
Jeff Fulmer, the Gnarly Bear course up outside of Idaho Falls, looking good up there right now. Chris Ward, Snowmass Village, that one was just...
That was sweet.
Oh, man, that was top 5.
For sure. Maybe even higher.
The Bern Heisel Effect was back in.
I love it.
Where was he at this week? Mueller Park, that's a good place to run.
Yeah.
Alex Terrell, she was in Mill Creek and Salt Lake. Amy Pett. Oh, man, that was good. That was up at Tony Grove.
Yeah, she had some good. I saw her. She was volunteering at Tony's Grove.
Right on.
I didn't get to spend a lot of time with her. She came up real quick, like I didn't know who she was. She's like, hey,
snuck up on you, huh?
Yeah, I'm like, hey, and then she was gone.
Yeah,
and I got sidetracked.
Good on her. She was focused on volunteering.
Yeah.
Lisa Van Dyke looked like Mount Ogden, top of Mount Ogden. David Stevenson, in the middle of the night as usual. Steve England, Blacksburg, Virginia, looking good over there. Jason Coing, where was he at? He was Chesapeake Beach and North Beach, Maryland.
Yeah, that was all. I'd love to see pictures with your kids and getting them out there and stuff. That's awesome.
Rachel Zeller, Men in Butte. That's outside of the Rexburg area.
Men at Work.
Yeah, that's that one. Michelle Dillon, Mount Evans Wilderness. That one's cool, too.
Yeah, where is that?
Is that in Colorado?
I don't know.
I'm going to go to Colorado, over in the Aspen area.
Okay, you're going there?
Yeah, I'm going. Well, that's where I'm going. Amy Butler, East Coast reppin'.
Again.
Mount Pillier.
That's a good
in
one.
Vermont. Jen Thistle, Fragrance Lake.
Oh, yeah.
The rainy season.
And her and Jeff Hart just keep posting them up there. I got to get up there, man.
Looks like she's got a Trailmare shirt on, too.
Yeah, she does.
That yellow one. You cannot not be seen with that.
Yeah, and in fact, I had to apologize to her because I sent it to her.
Yeah.
And I sent her a men's size because I mixed up, so I had to resend her the right one.
Mark Robbins, the Bear 100 finished.
Nice job, Mark.
Yeah. Austin Cronley, Fernwood. That's the old
Wasatch
100. Sarah Ohm, another picture from her from the Yeti course. Michael Taylor, Cottonwood Lakes, Eastern Sierras, looking good.
That looked awesome.
Mm-hmm. Megan Martinez, Malins.
Crushed that one again.
Chris Flando Williams, East Canyon, pretty. Emmy Strasberg, Eisenhower Park. Where would that be?
I'm going to guess on the East Coast.
Yeah, me too. Kobe Hotch? Hotch? I'm going to go with Hotch. Squaw Peak. Allison Schmidt. Are they up on Sardine as usual? No, they're on Indian.
Nice.
Looking good back there.
Oh, we just heard a black bear on Indian, too.
Yeah, that's right. So we're talking to somebody. They said they saw a black bear up on Indian Trail.
So heads up.
Yeah. Kate Crocker, this was one of my favorite ones.
Man,
she took this picture of like the total Blair Witch Tunnel. Yeah, scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, San Rafael Swell. Jennifer Hatcher. This was going to be the winner had we not set rules for this week's winner. All right. So she was in the subway with the Turtle Miller down there in the Zion area, looking good.
So she had a picture of a turtle like Aaron.
Yeah, she did. And then Megan Martinez out on Antelope Island.
That's cool.
The assignment this week was for the Midwestern folks and the East Coast and Southeastern crew to come up with a
anywhere west of
picture
or east of the Rocky Mountains.
Right. Well, east of the Mississippi. How's that?
Okay, that works.
Right. And so we had a handful of really good ones, and this week's winner is Eric.
I won?
No.
You announced the winner. It's your week to announce it.
It's Sarah Ohm.
Uh-oh.
She had a great picture of the Yeti 100 course.
That bridge.
I know.
That bridge is awesome.
So congratulations, Sarah. I believe we already have your mailing address.
Probably. I could dig it up somewhere.
Yeah.
Call my private investigator. He's got it.
Yeah. We'll get that out to you. And for next week, we're just going to open it up to whoever. There's no rules for next week.
That's right. And you know what? I know one thing we did talk about, though, is like that Vermontish.
Right.
The colors back there got to be crazy.
You guys should be crushing us out here.
But our colors are ridiculous.
We're on point right now.
But, yeah, let's see some good stuff for next week, too.
Yeah.
And then we'll have some other fun ones coming up in the weeks to come as far as some like caveats to what you could take a picture of.
Right, it's fun. It mixes things up for us.
Yeah. Because
it gives you an assignment, which is good. As an adult, you should have an assignment.
And I don't think everybody understands how difficult this is.
I know.
To pick a winner when you get so many amazing photos.
There was 10 super solid photos. Out of the 76 we had posted this week, there was 10 totally legit ones. I'm not saying that everybody that enters is not legit. It's just that there were some that were like, oh, I want to go there. I want to go there right now.
That's where I look at them.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I see those, I'm like, man, that's where I want to be. Yeah. Where I close my eyes and I'm there. Mm-hmm. That's ones I always look at.
Right. So, like I said, last week's assignment was for the Midwest, the East Coasters to really show us what you got.
Yep. And now it's opened up again. That's right. It wasn't, but yeah, let's see it. Those are awesome. And you guys can even comment on other people's too.
Yeah, which is
like
fun.
I think like a week ago, someone says, "Oh, that's gonna win."
Yeah.
So to see, because it's pretty fun. Because we have a fun little tribe almost as trail manners. Because I was noticing at the Bear that listeners, and I don't know if they met beforehand. I don't think they did, but some listeners are connecting with other listeners kind of through the podcast.
Yep.
Which is pretty cool.
It is.
Right. So go in there and congratulate other people on their sweet photos.
That's right.
Because we love them. We love to see them. So I think that's all I got.
Yeah.
I think that's it for, we just got an order. Sylvia Coons just bought a beanie right now on the spot.
Love it.
Thank you, Sylvia, for doing that. Man, that just came in. I love this internet stuff, this www stuff. Because I know we've got people that have emailed me. There's a girl in Georgia, Paige Jackson, or Blankenship, Paige Blankenship. She's going to be ordering a beanie pretty soon.
Yeah.
New listener to the show.
Right on.
But yeah, great week, great photos. I just want to thank everybody again for the Bear 100 experience. You guys made my experience amazing.
Right.
And I was just happy to be down there and just talk to so many of you. And congratulations again to all of you. So that's it for Singletrack Session number 57. Tune in next week for another couple great shows.